let me introduce myself. My name is Sani Nurbayani. I'm from English Education Study Program A2 2018. Here, guys, I want to discuss about the interpreting now, but today I want to discuss about the consecutive interpreting. In this time, I want to discuss about how to step we want to interpret with in consecutive interpreting, and what is the definition of the consecutive interpreting. The first one, what is the definition of the consecutive interpreting? Consecutive interpreting is when the interpret say after the speaker has finished speaking. But this is in the consecutive interpreting, the speaker giving a pauses for the audience, actually for the interpreter. And then how to step we want to interpret using the consecutive interpreting. As we know that I've got the example one from the YouTube. The material is about the myths in the coronavirus to ignore, and then I'm a speaker, and then I'm to interpret. Now I want I just be speaker. Example like, don't forget keep washing your hand. After the speaker said don't forget keep washing your hand, and then following by the interpreter. The interpreter said, jagalah kalian untuk tanganmu dan tetaplah untuk selalu mencuci tanganmu. There is we can get the conclusion that the interpreter and the speakers interpreter said after the speaker said. I mean that the speaker said what the search language, and then giving the pauses for the interpreter. That interpreter have to interpret what the search language, the target language. And then the consecutive interpreting, I think, is more than easily from the simultaneous interpreting. Why? Because the simultaneous interpreting is very quickly to interpret the search language to target language. And in this consecutive interpreting, just to write what is the some word or some sentence to make the interpreting do not understand what the speaker said. And then the interpreting in consecutive, the interpreter just hearing what the speaker says, and then the place of the consecutive in interpreting, the interpreter just stay around of that area. I mean that the consecutive interpreting say the center, and then the speaker the search language in left or in right, and then the target language it's same with the search language. And then I've got the one information from a book that the consecutive interpreting, I think there is more than easily or more than make us to be not confused than the simultaneous interpreting. I mean that is for me the conclusion of this material, that consecutive interpreting it's really different, and it's really easier from the simultaneous interpreting. And then the step how to interpret with using this consecutive interpreting is how we can understand what the speaker said, and then what the speaker said after that following by the interpreter. I mean that enough for me. I'm so really sorry what I was said, and then thanks for watching. So I think really thankful to you guys. You can hearing me, you can watching in this YouTube. So the next time I really need your support, your like, and your opinion or the other. Thank you very much. So I'm really sorry. Thank you very much. There is enough from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.